quickly revert back to our old habits, and we know that our behavior doesn't always match our best intentions. So rather than saying, I'm going to go to the gym and skipping leg day, it's way better to have a system and a process planned out, whether that's, simple follow-ups, something just to remind you to follow up with your clients, a repository of information, which is kind of like a dumb spreadsheet for all of your customer information to sit, or if you want something really robust that's going to kind of work alongside you. All of that, it can work for a real estate agent, but it's essential to have a CRM, or you're just not performing as well as you could. And people that say, I perform really well without one. It's okay. I was just going to, the final thought was, people that say that they're doing fine without a CRM are just kidding themselves.
All right, Dan.
Yeah, sure. So we built Follow-Up Boss. Basically, we're talking to a lot of real estate agents and brokers that were telling us they were staying up at night, like forwarding leads out manually to their, to their team. And basically, we just realized there was a much better way to do it. We could automate a lot of that process. And we realized I was spending thousands of dollars a month on online leads. And, we just realized that we could help them get a better ROI on that and track better the leads coming back to them. So I think it depends a little bit what role it's going to play on the personal goals of each business owner. Like, what do you want to achieve in your real estate business? But for us, we're really there to help you grow your sales.
Thank you, Dan. I think this next one's a big question because I see it coming up every time I look up. We're looking at questions up there. It's coming up again and again, and it's ease of use and getting started. And so let's start with Rich on this one. How or why is your CRM easy to use?
Ease of use has been central to the IXACT Contact story from day one. The system's easy to use because the navigation is simple and intuitive. In other CRMs, particularly some of the legacy ones, you can get lost. You can get 6 or 7 layers deep with pop-ups and tabs opening, and you're not sure where you are, or how you got there, or how to get out. And IXACT Contact just isn't like that. One big contributor to the ease of use of the system is actually the automation that pervades the entire system. The only thing better than a task that's easy to do is a task that's done for you, right? And that's the approach that we're taking to lead capture and nurturing, automated calendar and task reminders, and of course our done for you kind of automated monthly newsletter. The last comment would be, although the system is intuitive and easy to use, it's still a pretty comprehensive software application. It's still software. So, there are times when agents have questions and they need help, and that's where our unlimited phone support and concierge setup service come in to make us kind of the easy CRM, right? So my mantra to clients is, I never want to see you struggle. If you're having trouble with something, you're not sure what to do, don't get frustrated, just give us a call. We'll help you out. That's what we're here to do. And I never want to see people get frustrated.
Great. Zvi from Contactually.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can pull up slide 2. So at Contactually, we know the best CRM is the one you use. And that's what we've really invested in from the beginning. If you look at our product demo, it's a clean, simple interface that hides all the crazy complexity we have going on the back end. You don't need to know how our signature scraper works. What matters is, when an email comes in, we pull the phone number out and add it to your profile, for example. If you jump to slide 4, the contact database is easy to filter through. We've even gone so far as to build game mechanics into it. We score your relationships for you automatically. Yes, we even built an arcade game called the Bucky game directly into Contactually. And really everything we do is built around, will someone actually use this and will this benefit their business? And so you'll kind of see that everything Contactually is built around, is this going to be easy for them to figure out and discover by themselves?
Awesome. I was going to move on, but let's just do one more here. Brandon from Wise Agent.
All right. Well, of course, everyone's going to say CRM is easy to use, but we've actually been in business for 15 years, listening to realtors that were using it and then refining based on their suggestions. So you can, a scenario, let's say you're running out the door to do an open house and you realize you don't have any sign-in sheets. Can you jump on just any other CRM and in 2 minutes go to the landing page section, create a landing page that can be used as a digital sign-in sheet for your open house, and then take another 2 minutes to go on to the lead handler and set it up so that every person that comes to that open house today is automatically going to be added to your CRM, put on a marketing program, And most importantly, they're going to get an automatic BombBomb video back thanking them for coming through that open house today. We did all that in less than 5 minutes on our way out to the open house. If we do need help, we've got an amazing customer support team always standing by to walk our members through anything they need. And then we also back it up with a nice tutorial video online help section.
Butter me up, mentioning BombBomb. Let's go to a new question. What's the most important thing to think about when choosing a new CRM? And let's go with Rich again.
Okay. The right CRM is a very individual decision. Every CRM company on this webinar has its own unique strengths and weaknesses and is the right fit for some agents, but not others. I feel that ease of use and outstanding support will always be critical factors. But also, so today is really the breadth and depth of automation and also quality marketing content. I think in the past, CRMs really were just software, but increasingly CRMs are also providing quality content. In our case, it comes through, obviously the lead nurture campaigns, the automated lead nurture campaigns, but also our monthly newsletter, the blog content that we provide in our agent website. Well, the website itself comes with 16 pages of content. So ease of use, support, kind of the traditional metrics. New ones really to me are automation and content. Does your CRM give you some content value as well?
Let's do one more bonus one. Dale, what's the most important thing to think about when someone's trying to select a CRM product?
Well, I'm a big Stephen R. Covey fan, and my advice to anybody searching for a CRM is to begin with the end in mind. Really, we should all have one or two things that we're working on in our business right now. What are the one or two most important things you want to accomplish in your business? And which of the tools out there is going to really help you focus on those things? Like I said earlier, one of our strengths is that workflow platform that we have. Everything's kind of based on a template. All of our platforms are built on relationships, but really thinking through which relationships are you focused on? Is it bringing new leads into into your business, or is it really nurturing the past client relationships that you have? If we really look at real estate statistics, lead conversion rates are not very high. There's a lot of uncertainty there. There's different lead sources. A lot of real estate agents don't quite understand which lead source is best for them, and so they're left just trying things out. The one thing we do know is that past clients and past client follow-up pays off. That's why we focus really heavily there. So really think about the one or two things you need to work on and start there. Begin with the end in mind.
Let's go to mobile. Mobile's huge. Agents are mobile. They do a lot of their business off their mobile device. Svi, what's your approach to the mobile agent? How are you serving agents on their phones?
Absolutely. So if you jump into slide 2, so Contactually, we know how often agents find themselves out of the office. We really understand they need quick access to their contacts, ability to add new relationships, type up notes, etc. So we're really proud that we have iPhone, iPad, Android applications that do all that. I think we actually go further than that, further than just allowing you to look up contacts and type up notes. We automatically track phone calls and text messages made from your phone. We'll pull your phone contacts in your private database and really make sure that you get that Contactually experience, get that relationship building experience wherever you are. And it's really seamless. You see the same list of follow-ups and the same list of actions when you're at your desk, and then you can be at a coffee shop and see the exact same list of things that you need to do that day.
Brandon, you take a different approach to mobile. Why don't you explain your approach to mobile?
Yeah, so we have a mobile web app, and that includes everything from the contacts, calendar, task, and of course your call list. Our call list is by far the #1 feature used on our app, and I'd say the one thing that's missing from our app right now would be the transaction manager. However, our entire site has been made to be responsive, so they can really use anything from any mobile device. Right on the mobile app, there's a button that says, "Hey, take me to the full site," and from there they can get to any piece they can't do from our main task on the mobile.
Great. Thank you, Brandon. Let's switch up. Let's do a question for everyone again, because this is a big one, because there are so many different tools and systems out there for agents to use, and chances are they're using 10 different tools or systems to help them with their business. So let's talk about integrations here for a moment. I want to start with Dan Corkhill from Follow Up Boss. Dan, what other systems or tools does Follow Up Boss work with? Is this a strength of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. Could you take a look at slide 2 and 5 as well after that, Steve?
Absolutely, I can.
Yeah, one of the real benefits of Follow Up Boss is we're probably, if not the best, one of the best at having all your lead providers in one place. So we have 100+ different lead providers where we'll email parse into the system. And the reason we do that is because a lot of lead providers still don't have APIs. We have a 2-way email sync with Google and Google Calendar. So your email and your calendar is very tightly integrated. We've obviously got a BombBomb integration. We just launched a .loop integration. We've got MailChimp, Happy Grasshopper. And if you switch to slide 5 there, Steve, we're basically IDX integrated with several different companies. We have an open API, so anyone can build on top of our API. Curator, Ylopo, Sierra are some of the ones with the best integrations. And basically this lets you see in Follow Up Boss when people are viewing properties on your website, saving properties, so you can really see the hottest leads to then go and follow up with.
Great. Let's go to Dale from Realvolve.
Sure. Yeah. So we have the main integrations that we have are really BombBomb is probably our most popular integration. We have people asking about that all the time. No joke. And then we integrate with any lead source that you're using in the real estate industry. We can have those feeding in automatically, and we can trigger automations on those automatically. It could be different automations for each different lead source, depending on what you're looking to do. We can also round robin and create kind of assignment rules automatically for lead responses if you're working on a team. The main thing we do is really syncing contacts with Google. And calendar with Google, tasks with Google. We do a 2-way sync with that, emails coming from Google. And then we integrate with Zapier. So we have a direct integration with Evernote, but there are additional things you can do with Evernote through Zapier. It's a third-party integrator. There's things you can do with Slack and Facebook pages. And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different things you can do with our CRM using Zapier.
Great.
Awesome. And while we're on integrations, for all the people that are super dialed into integrations, and this is an important question to you, Dale just mentioned Zapier. It's a middleware that BombBomb is written into. I would guess most of you all are in there, and literally hundreds and hundreds of other pieces of software are in there. So if you're into setting up rules and making things happen across your software, Zapier, Z-A-P-I-E-R, is absolutely worth looking at. Now let's go to Zvi. Zvi, talk a little bit about integrations.
Absolutely. So yeah, similar. We have a direct integration with Zapier that people are using, in many different use cases. Beyond that, I think we've got dozens of products that built direct integrations into Contactually. So yeah, you could send video emails with BombBomb, manage transactions with .loop, auto dial contacts with Kixi, capture open house leads with Spacio. We work with MailChimp and Imprev. We can grab your leads from Zillow or 5 Street. So there's obviously a lot of different integrations possible. And obviously that can also be confusing to people. So I'm really proud that our team also can help advise you. So even on that first call, you can say, all right, does this work with .loop? And yes, we can say yes. Or, hey, which transaction management tool should I use? I'm in the market for one too. And so we can help you advise not just on whether or not it works, but what we've seen work best. Lastly, we strongly believe that you own your own data. So you can take it with you whenever you want. We have a really strong open API that can plug into anything you want. You can export data. And so from that, we've seen some amazing, amazing integrations happen. Even if it's just you hacking around at night saying, hey, I want to plug in my Contactually into something else.
Rich, you want to go next from IXACT?
Sure, yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, we decided last year to make integrations a strategic priority. Our current integrations include iHome Finder for IDX, Full Contact for social media integration, and we're a Zillow Tech Connect partner, but that's just kind of part of our automated lead capture story. Zillow has a very formal program, but we can basically capture leads from any electronic source on the planet. Our newest integration, and of course the one we're most excited about, is BombBomb for video email.
Yay.
Yeah. We're currently working on 5 Street for lead distribution with plans to integrate with Zapier, which you just talked about.